A shocking development is sending waves through Zimbabwe's military and political circles. Reports have emerged claiming that more than 60 Zimbabwe National Army soldiers have been detained after mysterious leaflets criticizing Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, known as CAB3, appeared inside some of the country's most important military bases. The leaflets reportedly carried the name the People's Army. Now, serious questions are being asked. Who distributed the leaflets? Why were they circulated inside military installations? And could this be a sign of growing frustration within sections of the security forces? Stay tuned, because this story is raising eyebrows across Zimbabwe. And before we continue, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for the latest Zimbabwe and Africa political news. Let's get into it. Zimbabwe's political and security landscape has been shaken by reports that dozens of soldiers have allegedly been detained following the appearance of anonymous leaflets opposing Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3. The claims were made by retired Lieutenant General Winston Sigauke Mapuranga, who alleged that approximately 65 members of the Zimbabwe National Army had been arrested and placed under investigation. According to Mapuranga, those detained include junior-ranking soldiers, sentries, and guard commanders who happened to be on duty when the leaflets appeared. If true, the allegations would represent one of the most significant military-related controversies linked to the CAB3 debate so far. However, it is important to note that these claims have not been independently verified, and Zimbabwean military authorities had not publicly commented on the allegations at the time the claims were made. According to the retired general, the leaflets appeared at several major military facilities around Harare. Among the locations mentioned were 1 Commando Regiment, 2 Brigade Headquarters, Josiah Magama Tongogara Barracks, Zivaresekwa Barracks, Manyame Air Base, and Air Force Headquarters. The appearance of politically charged material inside highly secured military installations immediately raised concerns. Military facilities are among the most tightly controlled areas in the country. This is why reports of anonymous leaflets being distributed across multiple bases have generated so much attention. The leaflets reportedly criticized the Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3. CAB3 has already become one of the most controversial political issues in Zimbabwe. Supporters argue that the proposed constitutional reforms are necessary to improve governance, strengthen institutions, and provide greater political stability. Critics argue that some provisions could significantly alter Zimbabwe's political system and weaken democratic safeguards. Because of these competing views, the bill has become a major national talking point. Now, according to the allegations, that debate may have reached sections of the military as well. Retired Lieutenant General Mapuranga made even more explosive claims. He alleged that the operation was not carried out by outsiders. Instead, he suggested that serving members of the security forces themselves may have been responsible for distributing the material. According to him, the leaflets were intended as a warning message to senior authorities regarding frustrations allegedly existing within parts of the institution. If true, such claims would raise serious questions about morale and internal divisions. However, these allegations remain unverified, and authorities have not confirmed them. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of the claims involves allegations regarding the treatment of those detained. Mapuranga alleged that the soldiers were being interrogated in an effort to identify those responsible for distributing the leaflets. He further claimed that some detainees were facing harsh treatment during the investigation process. Again, these allegations have not been independently verified, And at the time of the reports, no official response had been issued by the Zimbabwe Defense Forces or the Ministry of Defense. Political analysts say the story is attracting attention because of Zimbabwe's history. The military has long played an important role in the country's political landscape. As a result, any reports involving military dissatisfaction, political messaging, or constitutional debates quickly become matters of national interest. Even unverified claims can generate widespread discussion because of the potential implications they carry. That is exactly what is happening now. The timing of the allegations is also significant. Parliament continues debating CAB 3. Supporters are pushing for its approval. Critics are mobilizing against it. Former military officers have already voiced concerns. Civil society groups continue to raise objections. And now allegations involving serving military personnel have entered the conversation. Whether these claims are ultimately proven true or false, they are adding another layer of tension to an already heated national debate. For many Zimbabweans, the story raises broader questions. Is CAB 3 creating deeper divisions than previously understood? Are frustrations growing within different sectors of society? And how should authorities respond when politically sensitive material appears inside state institutions? These questions are now being discussed far beyond military circles. Supporters of the government continue to argue that constitutional reform is necessary and lawful. They maintain that Parliament is following proper procedures and that public consultations have already been conducted. From their perspective, opponents are exaggerating concerns about the bill. Meanwhile, critics continue insisting that CAB 3 deserves closer scrutiny because of its potential long-term impact on governance and democracy. At this stage, many questions remain unanswered. Were 65 soldiers actually detained? Who produced the leaflets? Were serving members involved? What exactly did the leaflets say? And will authorities launch a formal investigation into the matter? Until official statements are released, much of the discussion remains based on allegations and competing claims. One thing is certain: the appearance of the so-called People's Army leaflets has added fresh drama to an already explosive constitutional debate. As Parliament continues discussing CAB 3, every new development is attracting national attention. And with emotions running high on all sides, the political temperature in Zimbabwe continues to rise. What do you think about these allegations? Should authorities immediately release information to clarify what happened? Do you think the CAB 3 debate is becoming more divisive across different sectors of society? And what impact could stories like this have on Zimbabwe's future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new here, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Zimbabwe and Africa political news. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.